Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Tia Faith at Home, and today we're going to talk about saving money. Specifically, we're going to talk about how to save money. So let me say this first. One, I'm not a financial advisor. Two, I don't think that there's any right or wrong way to save money. As long as you are able to do what you're trying to accomplish, do what works best for you. And like I say in all my other videos, you have to do what's right for you. So let's go ahead and get right into it. And I have some notes just in case you guys see me looking down or anything. The first thing you want to do in order to save money is start with the reason why, have a goal in mind, go ahead and have your end state. What are you trying to accomplish? And when you're doing this, you want to be smart about it, and you want to make sure that it's something that's actually attainable and achievable. And with that being said, I think when you're setting your financial goals or what you're trying to save for, you should use goals that are smart, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely, meaning that you basically want to have a realistic time frame for them and to make sure that it's something that you can achieve. So I may want $1 million, but for me to say I want $1 million by the end of this week, and I'm going to save for it, I don't know where that money coming from, but that's not something that's really attainable. But if I say I want to reach millionaire status by the time I'm 65, I can start to plan out between now and the time I reach the age 65, what steps I actually need to take in order to accomplish that goal. So just make sure that your goals are specific and something that you can actually achieve, and that you're tying them to a time frame so that you can actually get it done. I'll insert an example over so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. When you're trying to save money is you want to have a separate saving account from your checking account. This is important because money that is sitting in your checking account will get spent.
Let me say that one more time just in case you didn't hear me, and for the people in the back. Money that's just sitting in your checking account is going to get spent because you're going to come up on a sale, there's going to be a trip, there's going to be a meal, it's going to be something, and you're just going to swipe that card. But make it difficult for you to get to your money.
I was sitting in a budgeting class a couple weeks ago. It said inconvenience gets saved. So basically, if you can't access that money, you're not going to spend it. So just make sure you have a separate saving account that you don't have access to right away. Now, this account can be in an online bank. It can be at the bank you already have, but you don't have a debit card or anything linked to it. Just make sure that it's separate and you don't have that money readily available. I know some people even use CDs for their savings accounts, and the thing with CDs is I think the money has to sit for a certain number of years before you can actually access it. But if you're trying to save for something a little more short term, that might not be the best option for you. First things first, set a goal to open an account because you're getting ready to start saving. The next thing you want to do is go back to step one and look at that specific amount you came up with and how long you have to accomplish that goal. And in doing that, you will determine how much money you need to save each month or try to save each month in order to reach that goal. And then you need to look at your budget and your line items. You have to make sure you actually have enough money to furnish that goal. With that being said, something like, do you have enough discretionary income where you don't have to do any additional hacks? You just have to identify that you're saving $200 a month, for example, to go towards your saving goal? Or do you have to actually go through your budget and decide what you can cut back on? Like, do you need to cut your expenses? I know some budget killers from my family are eating out, groceries, and random shopping. Yeah. Being honest here, but just go back and look at your budget and see where that money is going to come from. And then if you've cut your expenses and you don't have enough discretionary income, maybe you have an income problem and you need to increase your income. So you can do things like Uber or Instacart, or if you have a talent that you can use to make additional money, but do you need a side hustle so that you can fund your savings goal? There's plenty of things out there, and like I've sold on Poshmark, I've sold on Etsy, I've reviewed papers. There's options to make money, but in order to fund your saving goal, you have to determine where that money is coming from. The next thing that you want to do, and this is like a goal within the goal, is you want to set a monthly savings goal. So in the example that you saw, she wants to save $6,000 in a period of 7 months for an emergency fund and an apartment down payment. That divided by 7 is $857 a month. So she's trying to reach a point of saving that much money between her discretionary income, cutting expenses, and her side hustle that is the target number. Some months you might be able to reach it, some months you may not be able to reach it. Whatever you're doing though, do not be hard on yourself. Understand that it's a process and we all learn and we're all growing from it, but you just want to go back and say, okay, this is what I'm trying to reach, and if I'm trying to accomplish my goal in the time frame that I've given myself, this is how much that I need to be able to save. This next step that you want to do in order to save money is my personal favorite, and I think it's probably the easiest and the thing that really allows me to continue to save, is automate your savings. Don't think about it. Don't question it. Just automate your savings. When you automate your savings, it takes away the temptation to spend that money that's in your account, because what did I say before? Money in the checking account will get spent. Told y'all, for the people in the back, if you weren't listening, that money's gonna get spent. Also, automating your savings will make it less likely that you're going to forget to save the money, and then that money will get spent. And if you automate your savings, so if you have that $857 already in your budget and you know that it's there and you're gonna save it, if you go ahead and automate that process, guess what? You are more likely to actually reach your savings goal. So just automate your savings, simple as that. There are several ways that you can actually automate your savings. You can do a transfer. You can see if your payroll can have an allotment set up to go to your bank account directly. You can do it yourself. I know, for example, that my bank allows us to go in and you can set up transfers monthly. Actually, you can do it weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, and you can set the amount of time that you want to do it for. So that's what we do for my kids' savings funds. And then if we have a small term goal, I'll just go ahead and automate it instead of getting payroll involved and everything. No need for all that. And then, like I said before, automating savings, it just really takes the guesswork out of it. You're not forcing yourself to do it. It's just a smooth, cyclical process. Just let it work itself. And we do that for our retirement accounts. And like I said, any savings goals that we have, just go ahead and remove it from the picture before I touch it, to be honest with you. The final thing you want to do to start saving money is start. I said this in how we paid off our debt video. I've said it in my sinking funds video. And for most things in life, if you just start, you're going to accomplish something and you're going to end up further along than where you were before you started. I can't emphasize that enough. Just start. As much as I like shopping and everything, I can kind of say I've always been a saver. And I'm going to tell you guys this really funny story. When I was growing up, I would take my loose change and like money I would get for my birthday, and I would actually bury it in my mom's backyard. That money's still there. I don't know where it's at. I didn't mark it or anything. I don't know what I was doing. I'm pretty sure I thought that I was saving the money, but I have no idea where in the backyard it is. I think I might get like a metal detector or something from Amazon and go find it. But yeah, I started saving at that age. Unfortunately, it doesn't benefit me or anything, but just start, So have your reason why. Figure out what you're trying to do, how long you want to take to get it, and just start. Like, even if you're putting $10 away every time you get paid, guess what? If you get paid twice a month, that's $20 at the end of the month that you didn't have at the beginning of the month. And I can tell you this, when I started investing in my retirement accounts, and I'll show you guys, but back in 2015, and I think I started investing sooner, but the statements didn't go back that far. I was putting in $70 a month. And I don't know why I was doing $70 a month. Maybe that's all I could afford. Maybe that's all my confidence level would let me do, but it was $70 a month that I was putting into retirement. Fast forward a few years, I increased it a little bit, not much. And then we got really serious about getting out of debt and becoming financially independent and trying to set ourselves up for the future and make sure everything's well. And now I'm able to put in, I think, $1,400 a month, but I started. And I never stopped during that time frame. So like I said, I started with $70 a month, got a little braver, increased it a little bit here and there. But then I started learning and understanding and trying to see a better future for myself and my kids. So I just continue to put money in and just start. And like, eventually you won't miss the money. So once you reach that savings goal, you'll have that money back and you can do another savings goal, or you can treat yourself. Be careful about that, because some people are going to come after me. It is okay to treat yourself. Just don't go overboard, okay? So back to my statement, you can treat yourself for being able to reach your savings goal. All I'm trying to say is start. I'm rambling and I'm talking, but just start saving and know why you're saving. Because why? Money sitting in your checking account is going to get spent. So yeah, we've talked about ways to save money, and I don't think there's a right way or a wrong way to actually save money, as long as you're able to reach your goal and you're putting money to the side for that goal. Have a reason why. Open a separate saving account so that money doesn't get spent. Figure out how much you need to save and where that money's coming from. Start the process of saving. Automate the savings, and at the end of the day, just start. And if you're enjoying these type of videos where I'm talking money and things that work for my family and how to help you out, just subscribe, comment, and we'll keep the ball rolling. As always, thank you for coming back to my channel.